It keeps getting worse, my friends. It keeps getting worse. Bad, dare I say. It's approaching catastrophic, I believe is the technical verbiage. The GTA 6 leaks continue to spiral more and more and more. It's just going utterly chaotic. So to give you a quick recap, okay, quick recap. Starting a few days ago, a leaker that goes by the name of Leak, L-E-E-K, started dropping some info. Cyber Leak specifically is what he goes by. And he started dropping some info and some tidbits and like gameplay snippets that appeared to be authentic clips of GTA 6. Then he dropped another one. And all of a sudden it became very clear, like this is real. Now, initial impressions were that the clips he was showing were from probably late 2023. In the last couple of days, it appears that that was not the case. The build that this guy has access to is probably at the earliest a late 2025 build. And the reason that is believed is because there is a song that plays during a snippet of it. So Michael, for example, posted this, seeing a lot of people still claiming GTA 6 leaked gameplay is very old from 2023. Clearly not the case. The newest nighttime gameplay pretty much confirms this, is somewhat recent as it features a Tate McRae song released in 2025, which, you know, that does start to make it look like it's probably newer. You know, you hear somebody say, well, I think it's a 23 build that had new songs added. Well, if they're adjusting it and adding to it, it probably is newer. You know, like, I don't know, maybe it's two separate builds, but at the very least, it is something that features content from 2025, okay? So we're talking about something relatively fresh. Now, I cannot show you the leaks here, obviously, because we will get blown to smithereens. Talk about my voice being blown out or my throat being blown out at K-City Fan Fest. They will blow all of us out. And not in a fun way, like bad way. So we are going to use a quick visual sort of visual aid that was put together by Bucka Shares. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but he put together a really good rendering that kind of shows you everything that's in the leaks anyways, so that we can use this to get an idea of what the gameplay leaks look like without having to actually look at the leaks, right? You gotta love it. This is it. So I'll just let it play in the background while we talk, okay? So we have like some gameplay snippets of the cars driving, of doing donuts in the cars, some people beating up each other. There's some various clips that give you an idea. The donuts, yeah, there you see the donuts. So there's plenty, you know, to look at in these leaks. But what has happened in the last 12 hours or so is a little more devastating, okay? So what this guy has started to do, sorry, it broke. See, this is why we have visual aids, so you can really get a picture of what's happening. yeah, we're working on a budget, okay? But this is still. Jesus. Anyway, oh no, police officer showed up. No, don't do it, Jason. No. Yeah, 60 FPS, slow motion. yeah, look at that. No, bang. No. Oh no, he got her. Oh no. That's how fast it happens, man. Oh no, another cop showed up. Oh no. Oh, got her too. This is what you've been waiting since 2013 for. Tell you what. So what has started to happen though is that this guy CyberLeaks started doing a poll on his website that you have to pay to vote in. So you pay using like crypto, and that gets you votes. And so people voted on a video clip that shows a plane. So he posted that. And then he posted another clip. But what happened in that second clip was the most devastating. Because in the second clip that he dropped in that latest batch, it shows him playing as Jason, going up to a wall and using the bullets and the bullet holes, he shoots into the wall and spells out L-E-E-K. And that's really bad because that appears like it's not just a link that, or a clip that he like stole off of a Slack channel, right? That's the end of our visual aid for now. It looks like he actually has a build of the game because he's actually writing out his own name in the gameplay. So in 2022, those leaks were because that kid using like a Roku stick and a phone, he went in, got access to the Slack channels for Rockstar employees where they were sharing gameplay clips saying, hey, I'm trying to debug this part. This is what it's showing me. What should I do? And they would share like a 10-second clip or a 1-minute clip. And then he would download those clips and share those. That's what those 2022 leaks are, is they're all internal clips for development purposes. What he is showing and leaking is just him playing a build of the game. And how that's possible is just kind of unknown because it shouldn't be possible. To put it in perspective, the game is being developed, of course, on PC, but it's being developed with dev kits. So if you've never seen like these studios, I wonder if I can actually find a picture of like Xbox dev kits, for example. Okay. Xbox dev kits look like this. I was just in a studio recently and they had these sitting on their desks. Okay. This is what they look like. So they have very specific tools and very specific software on them that allow you to basically quickly load in a build of the game and then operate and build and play off of that hardware, right? It's what you do. So they have these, they have the PS5 dev kits. I don't know if they allow these to be seen. Yeah, these are the ones that look super crazy. So this is the PS5 dev kit. And so they have these on the desk and they build the game using those on them. Technically, as far as I'm aware, what Leaks is doing shouldn't be possible unless he has one of these, which he shouldn't be able to have if he's just some dude. Because again, even if you're talking like, oh, he's playing the PS5 build or PC build of the game, that build of the game, as far as we're aware, is still projected to be done like a year from now. So for him to be able to download it and for it to be functional shouldn't be possible. So it appears like he has a PS5 like dev kit or PS5 build of the game and he's able to play it. The other possibility is that he has somebody on the inside, or he's a developer at Rockstar India, which is the current theory, and he is just recording footage somehow and then leaking it. Or he recorded all of this like 6 months ago, a year ago. Some people are thinking that he's maybe a recently laid off employee who is disgruntled, I believe is the technical term, and is acting out because of this. Maybe he had a feeling like he was going to be fired or laid off or something. And after that happened, he took these clips that he had recorded while he worked there and did all this. We don't really know. What we do know is that this is just about the worst case scenario. There are reports going around right now, though I cannot verify them myself, but there are reports going around right now that there is a second hacker group. So new attack on Rockstar Games. Second group of hackers claim to have breached the systems of Rockstar India, and to prove the attack is real has shown two utterly surreal proofs: a GTA 6 screenshot, an unpublished image from the game belonging to an internal build from April of this year, private histories. They've publicly exposed the adult movie playback history of the employees themselves. The level of leaks, harassment, and surrealism surrounding the development of GTA 6 is reaching unsuspected limits. I don't even know what all that means, but the claim is there's a second group that's also getting access to Rockstar India. It's crazy, but it gets worse. I can't verify this myself, and I don't really want to. It is being alleged that Mr. CyberLeaks is also leaking the endings of the game. So be on the lookout, or don't. I'm not sure. Be very, very cautious. Be very cautious right now. We're reaching a point where like you might have to like go and freaking block the term GTA or GTA 6. It's like crazy. Okay. It's actually crazy. There's a lot of theories as to what's going on here. People like this is undercover advertising. Whenever Rockstar is about to release a new GTA, these stupid things happen. Suspicious. For one, this is not good for Rockstar. Okay. Every company on earth wants to control the narrative. Having this like totally uncontrolled narrative is bad. Okay. The idea that Rockstar is intentionally leaking this stuff, I find to be kind of insane, especially because it would open them up to massive lawsuits from like shareholders. In the days since this started happening, they have seen their stock price drop and fluctuate pretty aggressively. So if we look on the 5-day rolling average, they're down only about 1.35%. But when the leaks started dropping, you can see this massive dip as investors got really spooked. There are dangers if this was like a carefully planned marketing stunt from Rockstar. I don't know why they would do that, but even if it were, investors who lost money right here, maybe they sold right there, they could then sue the executive suite at Rockstar for manipulating the stock. Like there are lawsuits against Elon for tweeting
At MHH
things
593
that could affect the stock price. This is worse than that.
Kroner through Super Chat.
You know?
A rumor is that he has a test build of a portion of Free Roam. It's always the same outfit, no missions, no story, $0. He could have recorded the clip.
He could have recorded the clip some time ago and looked to sell crypto. Well, yeah. We just don't know. We don't know. If they can get him to record something very specific. If it's like, hey, ride a motorcycle, hop off, take 3 steps, shoot the gun, and then hop back on the motorcycle. If he can do that, it shows right now he has a build of the game, which again shouldn't be possible because all of these things, like they require you to log in to the like company credentials for you to get access to the build. Like to unlock the build, it's my understanding that within Rockstar Games, you have to log in with your company ID and password and everything so that they can track who's doing what at all times. So again, it shouldn't be possible. My feeling and my guess is that he is probably somebody that worked at Rockstar at some point. There are apparently reasons to believe that he's from Rockstar India that mainly go back to people tracking his older accounts because people have looked up CyberLeaks, the username, from the last handful of years, and they've seen him posting on various forums and various places that would suggest he's from India. If that's the case, then he's probably an employee or former employee of Rockstar India, and that helps them start to narrow it down. Now, Rockstar India is still thousands of people. It's huge. It's huge. He had a clip of him shooting leak into a wall. Yes, he did, but it's believed that his username online has been CyberLeaks for years. So he could have recorded this a year ago, just carving his name into it, thinking, hey, if they ever fire me or if I ever get in trouble, I can leak this. You might be wondering, like, why do this? Dude, never underestimate, for one, the power of clout. People love the idea of getting everybody on the planet talking about them. Even if it's an anonymous username, they love that. 2, he is making money on this because what he's doing is he's selling crypto. He's created a meme coin tied to CyberLeak, which do not buy. Do not put money in this thing because it rewards him for doing this. Not in a way that's like fun, haha, silly. Like it's just reiterating and reconfirming the scam. Okay, like that's what he's doing here. So he's doing that, and I think, just honestly, I think he probably is a former employee, a disgruntled employee. We do know that there were a round of layoffs and firings that happened both in the UK but also in Rockstar India. Related to suspicious behavior from employees where it was feared that there were safety and security concerns, where people in the UK were laid off and it was claimed that they were discussing the game in non-secure channels, which is grounds for termination. It's possible that this guy was also fired for maybe talking or leaking stuff about the game online, and he decided to dump this stuff as a result. We don't know. With all this, like, where does this leave us? Well, I don't think he has, like, I don't think on his PC is a build of the game that he can boot up and play. I don't think that that's what's happening. I just don't think so. I don't think that that's possible. I think right now they are locking it down. It's probably like all development has paused on the game in the last few days, and they've like locked down the builds of the game completely. So I don't think he could build or get new footage, even if he wanted to, if he had a build of the game right now. But I think what's more likely is that he's a former employee who got disgruntled and then recorded this stuff while he was an employee there. There's ways to do it. It's still, I think there's lots of hidden watermarks in footage. For example, it was told to me, though I have not been able to verify this happens at Rockstar specifically, but for example, if we just look up, let's just look up a little step. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. Like, let me just show GTA 5 gameplay, because this is kind of crazy. But another company I know did this type of thing, and it's very sneaky. So think to yourself, if you were Rockstar and you had a cybersecurity team and you wanted to hide a hidden watermark so that people, if they leaked your game, you'd be able to figure out who it was without them knowing. What would you do? What would you do? There's the obvious thing of like putting a watermark that moves around the screen, right? But people see that. They just put a black block over top of it and block the watermark, right? What do you do? What do you do? Well, some companies, they get pretty creative, okay? What is my understanding, I won't say who this was, but there's a company, let me show where there's a company that what they do is individual builds like an employee ID number. So like you log in with your username and maybe your employee ID in the internal system is like 1241. What they can do is they can stagger different effects on the screen and UI elements based on like your employee number. So they can stagger, like say this character dies that he's fighting, and the mini map shows that dot disappear when he dies, like right there. They could stagger that red dot disappearing by a certain number of frames. And then they stagger when the bullet leaves the gun, how many frames it takes for the ammo to update over here. Little things like that. So for you, if you're trying to leak it, you're just capturing footage. But hidden in the individual frames and the timing of the stuff that's happening on screen is hidden a unique identifier that reveals who you are. Like this is the level of big brain, like security stuff that we're talking about. And they will never tell the devs that that's what they want to do. Only like a very specific team would know that. They're not telling the people on the satellite studios that there's timing within the UI for the dev builds. And they probably strip all that out, you know, the moment in the final weeks of the game's development. But like there's so much that goes into security with this stuff. It's crazy. Okay. It's crazy. How do I know this? I am very fortunate that I can talk to people that build some of these like huge big budget games, and you know, years after the fact, they are very proud of this and they want to talk about it. And it's honestly really cool. I mean, it's really cool. Like these things that you would never even think about, but that they have to do to try and protect it. I told you guys the story, like Elon at one point was trying to catch a leaker. I think it was within Tesla. And what they did is that they just like sent out a long paragraph email. And they were trying to get somebody to leak it because they wanted to catch whoever was leaking it. So what they did is in their message, you know, they would post it to the company Slack or company email or whatever. And inside this, you know, they might have the space size 14 and then this space size 16. And then here they have two spaces. This period or this question mark is only 1 point size. All the rest of the text is size 14. This question mark is size 15. All this stuff like hidden deep in there, but it creates a unique identifier specific to every employee. So every employee that gets that email, it's different. And then for the person that's leaking, when they're like, okay, I'm going to leak this, they just grab this, copy and paste it. And all of that ends up copied into the next place. So when they publish it, if the journalist or wherever it was leaked to copy and pasted it as well, which they probably did, they end up revealing who did it, right? Like there's so many little tricks that they'll do that they'll never tell you about. But there's so many little things they do just to catch people. It's honestly really cool. It's really cool. But that's why I would be I would never leak stuff like this to begin with, but I would not be so confident that you're going to get away with something just because you have like a VPN, you know. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. As this kind of moves forward, we're kind of left with the question, okay, what's next steps? He's likely going to keep leaking stuff and keep dropping stuff. As we said, there are currently allegedly story leaks that are dropping. I've not seen these. I don't really want to see them, but allegedly there are story leaks that are starting to drop now. There's a second group that claims to have access to this and that claims they are leaking or going to leak stuff. That might be true. It might just be, it might just be like nonsense trying to get attention or whatever. Time will tell. But I think leaks will continue to happen. Rockstar is kind of in between a rock and a hard place until they identify who this guy is and then potentially like get him arrested or something. I don't know what they could do. For people wondering if this is like arrestable, I think in most countries it would be, specifically because now he is trying to collect money and basically blackmail the company into giving him money or meeting his demands in exchange for him stopping it. Most countries do not tolerate that, as far as I'm aware. So I think if he's in any sort of large country, I guess I think he'd be in trouble. If they can identify who he is, which you better believe they are spending every penny, every dollar they can to try and hunt him down as quick as they can. Like Jason Bourne is being called out of retirement. They got freaking Agent 47, 007, all the sevens. They're all coming out to try and hunt him down. Okay. I think their best bet and their best hope is to just try and regain the control of the narrative when the Netflix special comes out and just kind of drown out the leaks. That's kind of what happened with Wolverine. People forget that the Wolverine leak was so bad that like gameplay footage, a full build of the game, all of it leaked. Employee information, home addresses, phone numbers, all of it leaked. It was crazy. So why this is bad. It's, as of yet, not as bad as the Insomniac leaks, because those were very, like, those were devastating. You could actually just download the game. I don't think he has, and my understanding of Rockstar's development practice is that, like, there is not a folder labeled GTA 6 on the dev computers that you can just like copy and paste. Some people think that, like, oh, he just downloaded the game and brought it home. It's not how that works. Okay. Like, it's just not how it works. So I think it's likely he has more information. He has more clips and stuff that he's going to leak. There's going to be more, but it just is what it is. There's not much you can do. Once he has those clips, that's what he has. It's also possible, even if they arrest him, that he scheduled the posts. You know, he could have made a sort of self-destruct system where if he doesn't log in to a certain thing, or if he doesn't stop it, all of the clips get dumped on a certain date. You know, he can do whatever he wants. Remember when we were talking about GTA 6 like a year ago, and we're like, yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy. Because remember, Assassin's Creed Shadows, people broke into a warehouse and like stole copies of it to sell a month before launch. You could play. Some people could play Assassin's Creed Shadows a month before it dropped because people had stolen copies of it. And that was for AC Shadows. So we were like, just imagine what's going to happen with GTA 6. I don't think anybody expected it to be like this devastating of a leak, but that's where we are. Now, beyond this, what is the practical effect of all of this? You know, what practically happens? For one, like we said, there have been real world consequences within like the stock price for it. You know, it is having an effect. Investors are not happy about it. Realistically, does this change anybody's purchasing decision? I don't really think so. Honestly, the leak from yesterday, today, whenever it was, that showed the flying looked freaking awesome. Like, if anything, the leaks might be helping market the game. Like, yeah, it's not the kind of marketing they want. They would rather have like a shiny, polished trailer do the marketing as opposed to just like a random clip. But people are talking about it. People are talking about it. You know what? I actually wonder. Hold on. Trends.google. I wonder. GTA 6. Are we seeing like a spike in discourse? Yeah, somewhat. If we go past, let's go the past 5 years. Okay. I mean, you can see there is a spike, and it is actually going up, but it's a little more limited. Past week. This is just like general Google traffic, okay? You would have expected, I think, like the last couple of days, this is when the leaks start dropping right here. But it's actually not that crazy. Like, I don't know if the casuals are caring too much about it. Like, they might see a clip and be like, oh, that's cool. But I don't know if it's going to have that much of an impact. You know, some people are acting like, oh God, people are going to cancel their pre-orders. I don't know, man. Normies don't care. Yeah, well, I think for most normies, they're like, yeah, no, it looks like GTA. Cool. You know, like whatever. Let's see. Twitter's throttling leaked gameplay as well. Well, they're trying to do like takedowns and strikes for all of it, which makes sense. Let's see. Michael says, my view of this GTA 6 leak is that I wouldn't get nervous of spoilers until we see something with Lucia. It's clips of Jason in the same outfit exploring around Leonida doing random acts. All appears early game. Remains to be seen how much access this 2025 build actually has. Yeah. I think if he can drop a clip with Lucia, that changes things. Specifically if it's like a late game clip with like nice outfits and stuff, that would really shake it up. And what would also shake it up is if he's able to drop gameplay clips that specifically show him like doing something specific requested by somebody today. If he did that, that would be like shocking, because that would show that he does have access right now. We don't know. Some people are claiming, let's see. King Julian claims that they might have been able to identify it. If my findings are correct, this guy is an idiot. Dude, I swear to God, if like a YouTuber or somebody ends up identifying it, that would be crazy. Some people are claiming they've found him tied to some really, really bad, not 4chan, really bad Telegram accounts. I don't know, man. The whole thing is crazy. So anyway, we're going to continue to kind of keep an eye on it. We'll see. There's apparently a TikTok live that's currently streaming GTA 6 leaks, including short cutscenes, homeless encampment, and use of tasers in the game. Allegedly. I don't know, man. If it's true that there are two independent groups leaking stuff now, This could get real messy real quick. I mean, what does Rockstar do? If you guys were in charge, okay? If you're in charge of Rockstar, honest question, put it in chat for everybody on YouTube to see. What would you do if you don't know who this guy is? Or maybe you have an idea, but you don't know what to do. What do you do? Just nothing? Netflix it now? Panic. It is my humble opinion that now is the time to panic. Drop it now. Delay it again. I think, like, honestly, the coolest thing would be if they were just like, okay, we'll release it early. Like, that'd be cool. But obviously, you know, they've been planning and developing with the expectation they have until November. So I don't think it's ready, you know? I don't know. It's Jover. Nothing publicly. Well, they haven't said anything publicly. They've stayed very, very quiet. They've stayed very, very public. Apparently all of Plague Tale Legacy, or Residence, the Plague Tale Legacy, leaked as well. That's fantastic. Dude, just everything is leaking. Everything is leaking. It's insane. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, what a mess. People say refresh, the leaks just, there's new leaks. Oh my God, dude. Let's see. Yeah, this 808 Mafia group is pretty seriously after the memes. This is the new Indian hacking group, allegedly. They're posting documents, invoices, and such from some employees of Rockstar India, including the IT director, who it seems they've completely drained through phishing, including Xbox build of GTA 6. Huh. So they fished somebody at Rockstar India. A new rumor circulating that CyberLeak obtained playable GTA 6 build. It points to Rockstar India alleging an employee there was compromised in the development build was taken during the breach. It also claims that Russian hackers were involved with the build later being sold to CyberLeak for roughly $50 million. I don't know, man. I don't know. They do seem to have connections with a lot of India and Rockstar India specifically. That's I don't really know what else to say. They continue to drop stuff, they continue to update stuff, and it's constantly changing and shifting. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. Agent 47 will find him. Dude, you better believe they are doing everything they can to try and find this guy. Who would buy it for 50 million? Somebody that thinks that they can flip it for, you know, their own crypto coin. I don't think he bought anything for 50 million. Like I said, I think the most realistic explanation is that he's a former employee of Rockstar India that collected these clips, carved his username into the wall because he expected to maybe one day need these clips, and decided to record them at some point in the last year or so, and then decided to drop this now. And like I said, I would assume that he doesn't have access to the game currently until he can demonstrate to the opposite. If he can show a clip that has been requested by somebody today, something very specific, like I said, walk forward 3 steps, shoot in the air, walk backwards 2 steps, hop on the motorcycle. If he can do that, because then he can just leak everything. He could drop the full playthrough. I mean, he could do whatever. But until then, I would just assume that this is a limited build, or he had access to the build previously. I also wouldn't be surprised if like in Rockstar India and most of the company, they don't give everybody full access to like the full build of the game. I would guess that most people, if you're assigned to like open world stuff, you don't have access to the full story. I would assume like there's certain chapters of the game you don't have access to, and they have all this stuff like locked away depending on where you are and who you are. That would be my guess. Could this push the release of the game forward, as in release before November? Practically, I don't think so. No. I mean, if the game was like ahead of schedule, sure, you can do that, but I don't think it is. I think, you know, they are waiting for November because that's the timeline that they expected to hit. And I mean, we already know they have a marketing deal with Netflix. So I would guess they have other massive multi-million dollar marketing deals. So they can't just like wiggle dates around. Probably the people that are most pissed about this is like Netflix, honestly. Rockstar's like, hey, our pre-orders are still amazing. Allegedly, they already have collected over $400 million from just pre-orders. So I don't think Rockstar cares too much. You know, they care. They're pissed about this, obviously. But I think like they'll be fine. Netflix, though, is probably pretty peeved. Just print the discs. I will say, for one, if they agreed to do physical release, they're like actually negotiating with terrorists. You know, which typically you don't do. Don't negotiate with people who are trying to hold you ransom. Otherwise, it just encourages more people to try to hold you ransom, right? So I don't think that that's a good idea. To like just follow the demands of somebody that's trying to hold you hostage. Even if you agree with the demand, it's still bad. That's why Stop Killing Games came out and disavowed this whole thing. They're like, don't use our movement to justify you stealing and then trying to make millions off crypto. Okay, like stop. So I think that there's that. But also, even if they were to do it, I don't think CyberLeaks would stop. I think he's still going to keep doing it because the primary goal seems to be getting people to buy that CyberLeaks crypto coin. Like that's what he's trying to do. Get people to buy that because it's going viral. It trades up and then he'll dump all of it and walk away with a big chunk of change. Like that's the goal. Yeah. Terrorist. No, he's not an actual terrorist. It's like the turn of phrase. The phrase is don't negotiate with terrorists. So when somebody is like trying to hold your feet to the fire, trying to blackmail you, don't negotiate with terrorists. You just don't do it, you know? Anyway. Okay, Real Serious, thank you for that super chat. Gabe will lend the support of their tactical anti-hacker death squad in return for GTA 6 on PC at launch. Gabe's like, say the word, we have the shot. say the word, we'll take care of this. All this can go away real quick. Jake, thank you for the 10. On November 19th, 2027, none of this will matter. Let's keep, I hope 2026. None of this will matter. Let's keep perspective. Everyone breathe. Unless he leaks the ending, we might be cooked. Well, I think maybe the best thing would be if everybody just started spamming online total nonsense endings. So you can't figure out what's true. You know, like, so we get 15,000 people all telling different endings on social media. And then it's a total cluster to figure out which is true. Because then even if he drops the real one and that starts spreading around, like nobody knows. Did you see Lucia at the end? She gives up crime and becomes a mime. So like the final mission is you have to do like this quick time event with careful timings to move very precisely with the glass wall. And it symbolizes the wall caving in. Jason becomes a ballerina. I don't know if that's a word. Ballerino, I believe is the male term. Ballerino. Yeah, it's a male ballerina dancer. I don't know what a ballerina is. It's a wiener that dances. I don't know what that is. Yeah, but Jason at the end of the game becomes a ballerino and dances his cares away. It's really beautiful, honestly. If we just flood the market with nonsense endings, we'll probably protect everybody because nobody will know what the real ending is. That's what I'm saying. I think that'd be great. I think that would do it. Rockstar going to respond to the ransom like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. Dude, I'm sure that's what it sounds like in the offices right now. I would not blame them for feeling that way. He took my